welcome. Welcome back to another Onkruid video. Welcome back to another Heroes of the Storm video. I was thinking before starting up this recording, maybe the people at home are kind of sick and tired of seeing some Junkrat games. And I have the perfect solution for you. New loadout, baby. Let's go. Alrighty. StarCraft themed map, Brax's Holdout with the Zerg Rush mechanic. Me, on Junkrat, we have a Valera, an Illidan, a Vala and a Tyrande. High damage team, no tanks inside. Enemy team Liming, Nazeebo, Azmodan, Zagara, Uther. Kind of the same vibe, although Azmodan is a little bit more of a beefy boy and Uther is of course more of a frontline healer than Tyrande is. But all in all, these teams seem quite evenly matched. I am the lowest level player. No, never mind. Azmodan is the lowest level player in the game. Levels are dispersed nicely throughout the teams. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. I can predict it, or I hope so. At least I hope that this is gonna be a fun one. Look at this little combination I have equipped, huh? It's not exactly the cleanest, but I think with this skin, with this Junkrat skin, it's the best I can do for now. Oh, this Tyrande also has a very nice combination. Vala as well. We have some cosmetics enjoyers, and then this guy on his abomination, but I guess that's fine. How's Illidan looking? Is he looking clean as well? Ooh, yeah, he's got that clean, lore correct aesthetic going on. Saturday, today, chill day, 2 clients though, 2 online clients. Looking forward to them, yeah. 2 okay clients to see, 2 fun clients to see. 1 client, no, actually 2 clients that I have been seeing for a while already, but like really a while. So that makes it enjoyable. They are people that I know, people that I have followed for, Jesus Christ, for a large part of their life already. That's a whole lot of overstating done right there. Followed for a large part of their life. I've seen both of them for like a year probably. One of them not even for an entire year. So a large part of their life is really an overstatement. Per definition. Because they are both like... Well, one of them is beneath or younger than 20. The other one is like in her mid-20s. Either way, I'm just looking forward to starting off my Saturday in a productive sense like that. By seeing some clients. I guess I did already start off the Saturday in a bit of a productive sense. Because I did already complete my daily reading goal. Today, just nice and early in the morning, got into the mix immediately by sitting down in my reading chair and just as soon as I woke up, as soon as the day started, read some pages. Reading the Great Hunt. It is the Great Hunt, right? The second book in the Wheel of Time series, written by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson in the later stages. I was really looking forward to continuing the story because I finished the first book, The Eye of the World, a while ago already, which is to say like 2 weeks or something, so not that long, but at least I mean, there was room to start a new book and I did definitely want it to be this second installment in the series. Not that far into the story yet, of course, but I am already enjoying it quite profoundly. I really love his writing style, man, and his storytelling capacities. It's just a nice decision on my part to start the Wheel of Time series. I figured like, hey, but I have already like done Lord of the Rings, I have already done Aragon, won't this be too much repetition fantasy again? But no, not at all. It's a new fresh take, even though there's of course some repetition from the aforementioned examples of the fantasy universes, especially Lord of the Rings. There's definitely a lot of Lord of the Rings elements in there. It doesn't bother me so far. Don't get me wrong, I am only in book 2 out of 14, so it might bother me in the future, but for now, yeah, no, that's okay. You can gather some inspiration from other authors for sure. You don't have to feel ashamed about that, not for 1 second. It's Pablo Picasso, right? Famous artist, famous whatever you call it. His style was painter. I want to say something like impressionist or something. He has this quote about how stealing is one of the best things you can do as an artist, if I'm not mistaken. It's an interesting perspective. It's an interesting perspective, especially also in the age of like copyright feuds here on YouTube and stuff, because the line between borrowing inspiration and stealing is quite thin, according to some people sometimes. I'm just focusing on dealing as much damage as possible in a short notice and stacking up my quest. But they are doing a nice job of like staying clear of me. Can't keep doing that though. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. 18 stacks so far. Not amazing. I do agree that we would be better off focusing Li Ming, but I think it's gonna be hard to kill her, is what I was gonna say. And then we just completely flattened her, like really deleted her from the map. So it shows you what I know. But I'm enjoying the book so far. There's still a little tiny bit of that guilt feeling seeping in sometime of like, hey, you're trying to become a therapist, you have so many books related to therapy still standing here in your bookcase, and you're choosing to read fiction at this point in time. Like, are you not ashamed towards your clients? Don't you feel guilty towards them? You could be equipping yourself better to help them out, and instead you're reading about Rand Altor and how he is shaping the faith of the world. But I have always been a strong believer and a firm advocate for the idea that as a therapist, as a clinical psychologist, as someone in healthcare, anything you consume or anything you experience is making you a better therapist. Because as a therapist, your job is to be a certain kind of person and provide a certain kind of relationship, way more than having the right techniques, the right methods in your arsenal. People into therapy or people that know a little bit about therapy will, from that statement, definitely already realize what form of therapy I am inclined to give, or the form of therapy I'm studying, the client-centered therapy, as Rogers proposed it first. Techniques and stuff are nice, but being a person and providing them with a healing relationship, or a relationship where they can discover the healing properties of their own strength, that is the main focus. Way more than, for example, something like cognitive behavioral therapy, where the techniques are of higher importance, where they focus more on things like exposure therapy, things like cognitive rescripting. I'm sorry, Illidan, but I think you could have probably gotten the kill there. Li Ming, I don't... Yeah, that's my bad. I was being careless. I should have not been in that position. Oh, come on, man. 98%. Let's hope the bot lane can do something about it. And because you as a person are so important, reading fiction, reading fantasy is of equal importance, because it means that you are chilling. It means that you're relaxing. It means that you're learning new stories. I'm also a big advocate for the inclusion of media references in your therapy sessions. I think, for example, I have referenced Avatar The Last Airbender a bunch of times. I have referenced Chandler from Friends sometimes as well. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry, I guess. It's valuable. Valuable to say the least. For some people more than others. But I do know that some of my clients that are into gaming really appreciate when I also relate something they are telling me to a game they have heard of, they have played themselves, to a type of game. Just yesterday, we were sitting in our therapy education. We had a day of classes, and all of a sudden the teacher was like, yeah, it's kind of like these kinds of games. Well, I'm not a gamer, but Vincent, what do you know about that? It was, first I thought like, that's cringe, being known as the gamer in the group, but then I was very proud. I was very proud that this person, this very experienced therapist, wanted to include some references to popular media, to pop culture, and especially to gaming in his discourse on authenticity, on congruence and transparency. It was yesterday, and that he tried to understand and tried to use gaming as, or a certain type of game, as a reference. So I gladly helped him out, and I was like, the thing you're looking for is sandbox games, my man. And then other people in the education were like, yeah, oh yeah, like Minecraft and stuff. And you know, even if people don't play games themselves, I am a firm believer that it might still breed connection, that it might still make valuable interactions possible, and that you can switch ideas or think about things together in terms of games as soon as you explain it well enough for people that don't game themselves to understand. Explaining the basic premise of something like Minecraft is, I think, very easy to understand, but explaining then, I think, why people play it, that's a bit of a harder job. Of course, discounting the fact that you can make villagers have sex, which is one of the hottest things in existence. Other than that, like having to explain to people that you are building a house, you're building a base of operations to then go mining, to defeat a dragon in an alternate dimension, and that, per definition, completes the game, but people often don't even play for that purpose at all, and they are just having fun and building. I mean, I guess Minecraft is just one big haven of creativity, and that's what people get out of it probably, so it's not necessarily that hard to explain. You can create alternate universes, create your own storylines, especially if you're introducing like RPG mods or Lord of the Rings mods into the mix or something. I'm sorry, Teranda, I could have maybe spotted it a little bit quicker, but I do think that you were just in a whole lot of trouble regardless of my help or not. I don't know if it's more beneficial for me to kind of get them away from each other, these fellas, because I think I did that with my mine, but then again, my auto attacks and my explosives, they of course both rely on AoE damage, so maybe having them huddled up close together is way better. Thank you, Asmodan, for standing nice up and close so that my stacks can reign supreme. Get out of here. We don't want you in our base. Uther, a bit of a misstep. Give me some more stacks as well. I hope that every single therapist is kind of seeing the value of popular culture and their references. I think music has definitely always been appreciated as something valuable to use in therapy, but I think that other than that, things like games and stuff, that is very new for most people probably, to really use that as a therapeutic resource. Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people can appreciate that at this point in time, but it's growing. It's definitely growing. Gaming is no longer seen as something like only the outskirts of society or the outcasts of society rather is busy with. Like, everybody can be a gamer. Everybody can enjoy a video game without having to be like a full-fledged gamer, you know? And more clients are probably also just bringing gaming as a theme, as a topic into the therapy room. So I guess that also helps out. Oh, I captured it. I might pay for it with my life, but I think it is worth it. I'm just gonna pop my ult. Yeah, she's gonna teleport away, but I'll just kill the wall and turret with it then. Maybe not the best use of my ult, but I felt like I was just in danger of dying, especially with Li Ming roaming around there. So then popping my ult, dealing a little bit of structure damage and coming back quicker and with full health again. It might be the best approach we could have used in that specific moment. How is our team doing? Not amazing. It seems like my mine is still over there. Boom. Bottom beacon is still in our control, so they won't get any stacks from this yet. But it looks like we are gonna head into a fight, or at least Valira wanted to do that, but she is not really the frontline engaged target we need to actually efficiently fight them. Because we have no frontline. Of course, that's what we discussed in the champion selection screen, or in the hero selection screen, or rather in the loading screen. Here we go. Now the fun can begin. Oh yeah, give me some stacks. Thank you. 70 stacks. Not great, not terrible. Could be a lot better though. They're definitely headed into the bottom beacon as we speak. And here we go. This is where the fun comes in. Oh yeah, that's some damage right there. That's some damage right there. Also some damage delivered by the Nazeebo. I will not lie. My health bar disappeared a bit quicker than I was expecting. I wonder how my team is gonna fare here. Looks like they fare quite nicely. If we can get this to 100%, that would be nice. They definitely need to capture the altar right now. Yeah, nice timing. Okay. Our team went for the boss. That's an interesting strategy. Something I didn't consider. In the middle of like this objective battle, they are like, let's go for the boss. But I appreciate the effort because it makes it easier for us to have them a bit distracted and to really focus on gathering both altars, or at least that's what I would have thought, but it doesn't seem like they are that interested in gathering the altars at all. And with altars I mean beacons, of course. You get what I'm saying. You all probably know that I meant these beacons. Let's introduce some mines into the mix just to get some more stacks and to hopefully zone them off a little bit. Nazebo, you're not deleting my health bar again. I'm paying a bit more attention this time around, and that should be the Zerg on our side, right? Or not. Yeah, 94, 96, 98. Awesome. There we go. Is it in the top lane? No, it's in the bot lane. I'm definitely going to focus on defense. I think my Junkrat AoE build is definitely way more focused or way more suited to defend against the incoming Zerg than to help our Zerg push, as evidenced by this little maneuver right here. Yeah, that clears them out a little bit, you know. Nazebo, I don't want to teleport you on top of my head, but I do want to be careful for you because his spiders... He is going a corpse spiders build, right? It can be something else. I think he definitely has to be. Ooh, I respect this. That's some nice CC by the teammates. Well played. Holy shit, that was well played. CC locked him into oblivion, provided all the damage that was needed to, then also used that CC lock to just kill him. Yeah, that was a nice sequence of events. Good job, homies. How are we doing in terms of hero and structure damage? Top of the game in both of them. Top of the game in experience soaked as well. It's another one of those doozies, as we call it in the industry, you know. Illidan, I appreciate your tanking, bro. We don't need no Zerg in the top lane. We can just clear it out on our own. I'll quickly just get some mines in here to already damage the structures a little bit that we are facing now. Oh, yeah, that was gonna hit me, I know for sure. I'll get out of here now. I should be safe. Thank you, Teranda, for providing me with a safe passage if I was still doubtful. So, our team clear out some mercenary camps. Other than the two clients today, I also have a little family party, a little family gathering for the birthday of one of my aunts. Not necessarily something I'm looking forward to that much. I discussed this in the education or in the therapy education yesterday as well. Family is not such an important value to me. It makes a lot of people frown, especially considering, or especially my girlfriend also. She's like, why do you spend so little time with your parents? But for me, it's just like, don't get me wrong, I don't dislike my family, but friendships are like way more important to me. That's just how I'm hardwired. No, it's not how I'm hardwired, because it's something that I developed through learning and not as like an evolutionary biological priming thing. Wow, I really need to learn to dodge that Asmodan Q, because one more and I might be dead. I'll go for the little... Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. But it's not enough damage to really get rid of their team. Nice ult, Fala. I think we are not doing amazing here. I'll help Illidan escape for a bit if I can. Didn't quite work out. Oh, that's quite a lot of deaths. Huh. Valera too? Please no. She's alive. Oh, this is gonna be ugly. Yeah, that there was no escaping there. They have some nice CC chains in their team comp, and we are in a lot of trouble at this point. I'm afraid our Valera really hasn't done that much yet this game. Not to be mean or anything, but just looking at these stats. Our other Valera is doing way more work. Here we go, back in action. Let's make our entry nice and grand and just show the people that we are back. By clearing out that entire minion wave and stopping their offense on our base. Ooh, and we are fighting immediately as well. Kill Uther, yes. Now we can focus the rest of their team now that their healer is down. Oh, but this 100% Circ Rush is gonna have to... It needs our attention first, I can tell you that much. Almost killed Illidan there, I think. I'm sorry. 4 seconds and then we will put a nice dent in this offense. There we go. This is really not the time to be fighting. We need to get rid of these Zerg. I don't know why they are doing that, because they are just throwing their life away. There's so much damage firing in the back of their head. Or just in their back. Doesn't necessarily have to be the back of their head, but that was just not a nice engage at all. Have your priorities in order a bit, team. Otherwise we will be in a lot of trouble, I think. Let's go for boss. Maybe they are going for boss, although they have quite a bunch of deaths at the moment. Yeah, no, this is our boss for sure. They might know that we are here, but then again, I think it's still worth it. They are close by, gathering another camp there. Yeah, there they are. This is gonna be sketchy. Gather the boss first, please. Illidan, amazing distraction, buddy. Now try to get out of there. No, don't do it. Don't engage, don't engage. I have to give props to Illidan there, jumping into the team and having them remain busy for a second. That was a nice call. Now we have a boss in a top lane that's going to divert their attention a little bit. We can maybe introduce a little bit of pushing power into the bot lane, but in general, I feel like the main thing we are going to need to do this game to actually win is just not make a mistake for a second. Oh, nice. I can clear out her creep with my mine. That's a good intel. Make sure that I don't get ambushed here in the bot lane, because that will mean trouble for sure. I'll just push in this wave and then I'll head over to the rest of my team. Shouldn't be standing alone at the forefront of their base at this point in time. And there is some fighting happening here. That Vala skin is really, really cool. Let's pay some attention to where they are. Let's get rid of this Zagara creep now that we can. No visuals on a bunch of them. We can project, or we can extrapolate Asmodan's location a bit from where his cannonball flew from. I guess it's more of like a mortar strike than a cannonball. But you get what I'm saying. Let's just stand over here to the side and introduce a whole bunch of damage into these corridors. I think it might have scared them off in order to save Valera, but I don't want to toot my own horn too much. Maybe they were just already going away. Illidan is in the bot lane. I think it's okay that he is there for now. That he is diverting their attention a little bit, making them stand on their toes. Tirande, be careful. Be very careful, because they have control of this zone at this point in time. Okay, we need to wait for this ult to wear out, I think. Ooh, Valeria is in the back line. Didn't quite catch that quickly enough to help, but this is gonna be nice. This is gonna be some nice damage. Not enough damage in the slightest though. Well, I shouldn't say not in the slightest, because we did almost kill Nazeebo, but... Oh, I'm still pumping the damage out, but it's respectable. Respectable. Yeah, didn't see her. That was clean. That should be a kill for sure. Oh man, that Li Ming knows what she is doing. Illidan is trying to go crazy, but yeah, that Li Ming really is a menace. Illidan should definitely have turned there as soon as Valera jumped. I don't think we're winning this one. I think it's gonna be a rare Junkrat loss on camera. I have had some losses off camera recently with Junkrat as well, but on camera I was on a major winning streak. And I guess beautiful things don't always last, you know? That's a free life lesson for you today. Flowers are only beautiful because they wither. Quote Aaron Hansen. Hello guys, how are you doing? I'll just try and clear out a little bit of the Zerg if I can. Yeah, this Li Ming is annoying. She's not just annoying, she's a good player. Which doesn't necessarily make her annoying, it makes it impressive to see what she can do with her champion. But that's maybe just my opinion. My humble opinion, maybe I'm just way too friendly. I'm trying to defend here, but if you look at the damage they are doing, it's kind of a lost cause potentially. I don't know. We might have been able to do some things better on our own this game. I feel like in general, just their team comp might have still had a little bit more to it than ours did. Well, those Corpse Spiders really have started packing a punch at this point in the game. But alas. Highest structure damage, highest hero damage, not highest XP soaked, but we're not going to be MVP. Li Ming is definitely going to be MVP. I mean, she deserves it. I think Li Ming definitely is the factor that made them win this game. Crazy skin. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.